I can't believe that here in Texas today there is a suicide prevention symposium going on, and we have another suicide survivor that's willing to come on and talk a little bit about this, and not talk about Robin Williams or in the way of what drove him to this, but really what's happening in our society, because suicide rates are up everywhere, especially in our military. Dese'Rae Stage, she is the founder of livethroughthis.org. She is a suicide survivor. At what point, or can you tell me did you regret trying to kill yourself after trying to kill yourself?
Yeah. That's a strange question. After I was put in the hospital the night that I tried to kill myself, I made a promise to myself that I was going to find a way to stop hurting myself, because I had been cutting myself for 9 years at that point. I had been in an abusive relationship for 3 years, and there I was in the hospital after attempting suicide. So, yeah, I made myself that promise. I didn't make that promise for anyone or to anyone but myself. So I guess I would say that I regretted it. And now it's hard to say that, because I feel like I needed that experience. I don't want to do it over. I don't like to think about it too hard. It happened and it's over, but it's brought me to this place where I can try and help other people.
It's like, I want to make sure
and
that...
I think I needed it.
I think I want to be really clear on this, because I feel the same way about some of the things that I've experienced in my life. And it's not like everybody needs to have that really dark experience. It's just that was your experience, and why assign bad things to it now that it's in your past, because it has brought you hopefully into a much better place to where you can share things with people. So you are actually trying to collect the stories of suicide survivors. For what purpose and
suicide attempt survivors, yes.
Yes, okay, yeah.
The purpose is to kind of come out of the shame closet with attempt survivors, because historically, if attempt survivors have been addressed at all in the field or in the world at large, it's been out of anonymity, because there is a shame attached to it. There's stigma, there's judgment, there is, we can be discriminated against by our employers for admitting to these sorts of things. But what I'm trying to do is, with Live Through This, is ask other attempt survivors to come out and share their stories with me. And I interview them, I meet with them, I interview them, they tell me their story. And it's more of a conversation than an interview. It's what led up to the attempt, what happened afterward, who was there for them, how did they recover, do they still struggle, what are their coping methods. We go over all of that, and we just kind of take it where it wants to go, and afterwards I make a portrait. So if you go to the website, you'll see the portraits of, right now, about 40 people who have attempted suicide, along with
what's the
portion of their stories. And I actually have a backlog.
What's the common thread? What's the common thread of...
The common thread is hopelessness.
Of the positive side. What is the common thread on the other side?
The other side is wanting to help other people. All of these people, knowing that there could be consequences to attaching their name and their face to their stories online. Those consequences could be huge, but they want to help other people.
Have you reached out to any known names? What's the pushback like? Because I was thinking, in my life, I've had, not an attempt, but I was close. I was saved by a friend and brought to a hospital. And I know everybody in my world would say, don't say those things, because then people will make you look like whatever. But it doesn't matter. I don't really care.
Exactly.
But I got to imagine anybody who is a CEO of a company or anything is told, shut up.
Yeah, there's that fear of shame. I have reached out to several high-profile people at this point, and I have been told no pretty unilaterally in different ways, and I think it is really, really important that these people share their stories. There are so many more high-profile people out there who have attempted suicide than most of us even realize. And they have a platform, they have power. Their words can go much farther than mine ever can. And I think that we all need to be joining together to tell these stories and to get it out there and to say there isn't shame in this.
Desiree,
You need help, ask for help. It's
anything that we can do to help you, we will. I admire your courage and I admire your project. Livethroughthis.org. Back in a minute.